Hi there. Today I'm trying a classic Nebbiolo based wine from Barbaresco in northeast Italy. So this is from the Produttori del Barbaresco, which is the cooperative in the town of Barbaresco. This is a single vineyard Riserva from 2017, and it's from the Muncagota vineyard. The cooperative in Barbaresco is famous for being one of the best in the world. It was founded in 1948, although it sort of reflected a previous cooperative that had existed from 1894 through to the 1930s, but that had to close due to the way the fascist structured economic policy. So the resurrected cooperative was able to use state support from 1948, and with the help of the church, in whose crypt they made the first 3 vintages, a small group of families started this cooperative that today has 51 members, and between those 51 members they have over 100 hectares of prime Barbaresco vineyard. And the fortunes of the town of Barbaresco and the wine itself have changed enormously at that time. Barbaresco, prior to this period, a lot of it was being sold to Barolo producers. So as a Nebbiolo, one assumed that it was being sold as Barolo. Sometimes it would be sold as Nebbiolo di Barbaresco, but Barbaresco in itself didn't really exist prior to this. The cooperative makes its reputation largely from these single vineyard Riserva wines, which it makes in the best vintages, and they will make up about 30% of their production, with the balance being about 20% of Nebbiolo delle Langhe, and the other 50% being just basic Barbaresco for slightly younger drinking. This is bottle number 4,622 of 10,000, it tells us, and also listed on the back of the bottle here are the families who own the plots of vines that have gone into this. There are 3 families listed in this. Muncagota is quite a small vineyard. It's about 4.5 hectares. It has a southeast exposure. It's right in the heart of Barbaresco, and its soils are principally limestone with some sand in there, and that sand helps drainage, helps the style of these wines take on quite a perfumed, elegant, refined style. So let's have a look at the wine and see what we make of that, shall we? I mean, firstly, this is classic Nebbiolo in terms of its colour, although the pigmentation seems a fairly dark ruby red. Its depth, I mean, you can see through that really easily. It has a medium depth of colour. So swirling it, and I've got quite a nice large glass here. Hopefully the aromas will open up for me. They're quite delicate aromas. They're aromas of lifted red fruit, soft red fruit, raspberry, and also sort of floral perfume. There's a sort of a rose petal, perhaps peony note. It's attractive, it's delicate, it's restrained. The wine is 15.5% alcohol, and that makes sense given the extent to which there are legs forming on the side of the glass. You know, the viscosity of the wine. The alcohol combining with the tannins is producing that. So let's have a taste. See what we think. The wine is completely dry with very fine, almost sort of peppery spiced tannins. Beautiful perfumed notes of red fruit coming through. It's sort of wild strawberry, lifted raspberry, really sort of fresh raspberry notes, perhaps lively red plum as well. And all that That's being lifted by lovely acidity, classic for Nebbiolo. The wine seems medium-bodied. It doesn't seem huge, although there is plenty of tannin in there, but it's not firm or harsh. It's got a presence. It's very, very fine. There's a sort of a velvety, silky nature to it, and a certain amount of structure too. Alcohol at 14.5% really isn't intruding on this at all. The beautiful fresh fruit is able to come right through. And there are more developed notes on the finish. Maybe that's where there are touches of licoricey bitterness, forest floor notes. But again, the red fruit coming through, more sort of slightly stewed plum note. But there are still those lifted floral aromas even at the finish. The finish is lasting nicely. This is a very elegant, very delicate style of wine. I mean, given its fabulous structure, beautiful acidity and lovely fruit, I'd be very happy to keep that for 10 for 15 years without any worries at all. I think it's a wine that's going to carry on developing. I think it's going to be beautiful, just with delicate foods, because the, you know, even with cold meats, the lovely floral fruit that you've got here will sort of show with against the backdrop so beautifully. Yes, so that was Produttori del Barbaresco's Muncagota Riserva 2017. A beautiful wine. I should perhaps have said a little bit about the way the wine was made, but actually the way that all these Riserva wines are produced is exactly the same, so that there is already a video posted about one of the other single vineyard wines, and the production is exactly the same, and they do that so that it enables the terroir influence on the fruit and the way that the soils and the place shape the wine to show themselves. So I'd encourage you to go back and watch some of the other videos and see the, I think really, I think anyway, obvious difference between these different sites and the effect that they have on this same grape variety, Nebbiolo. So I hope you found the tasting interesting. I heartily recommend having a look for the wines of the Produttori del Barbaresco. They're not necessarily cheap wines, but there's pricing in the link that's below in the details there. Do please like and share the video if you think that's appropriate. Do leave your comments. We'd love to hear what you have to say. But most importantly, I hope you'll find time to be able to join us again for a tasting sometime soon. Thank you very much. Bye now.